this is the part where everyone just starts powering up for 3 years, right?
You just need some Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Apologies for the delay. I hope everyone is well. We're going to go with a very rapid fire roll call as we begin to reveal pieces and pick up where we last left off. We begin with the only person who apparently decided to not write their character name in their section. So I guess that would be Shiko, right? This is where you say here.
Hi.
Roan,
Oh yeah, that's me.
Jacob,
Yes.
Petra,
Hello.
Kite,
Hello. Hi.
and Maurice.
Aye.
Wonderful. So, very quick recap where we last left off with the inaugural session here of Wrathful Cold. A lot of you woke up dazed and confused and undead. Your skeletal forms new and alien to you. After much screaming, exploration, and the pursuit of answers became the order of business. Um, Petra squished some possibly allies at some point with a door, prompted a fight out of it. Um, a spell book was located and promptly left alone, then promptly not left alone. Then, through the clever use of uh, illusionary magics, the party attempted to slip past a opposing group of likewise skeletal figures where and they hold green flames running across their visions and their eyeless sockets. But unfortunately, one of them was a little more alert on their patrols and has approached the party as stealthily as invisibility will allow. Or the exact moment where we last left off and where we will be picking up is with initiative, as they call for what did you find, and I believe it was toys or food. Food. Take good notes. Anyhow, please, without further ado, roll for initiative.
Does everybody else's sheet look different? I don't have like the yellow borders.
It's not loading in, right?
Ouch.
Kite.
I lost my initiative.
I heard someone say something about they're not loading in right. My sheet's open and there's like no like lines or boxes separating all the numbers.
It's just white and gray.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real funny freaking out.
That's what I've got.
Well, showing armor class and initiative and a bunch of numbers, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not separated.
Normally there's like yellow boxes and lines and stuff. Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
that. Initiative staring me in the face.
Okay. Don't worry, Kite. I will reveal this much to you. You're not the only one.
And how is one the loneliest number?
2 can be as bad as 1. It's the
But the
loneliest number. It's
loneliest
the
number
number
is still
1.
the number one.
I don't know. 0 ain't got nobody.
I don't have
I
most of
got
my body.
nobody.
Anyhow,
Nobody.
so we open up. Jacob, having
Mm-hmm.
just heard this exchange from the group there into the room to the north that is currently out of sight, tucked around that corner, you did hear there is a voice somewhere near Petra. She did flail wildly, attempting to batter aside the stalker. What would you like to do?
But I don't see anybody right now. Is that what you're telling me?
That is correct. WYSIWYG,
Hmm.
what you see on that map is what you get.
Okay.
Somebody's breathing on you.
I would in an undead skeletal campaign, be really concerned. And that's coming from the GM.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare an action. If actually, first of all, I'm gonna wait. Preparing an action's a move action. I mean a standard action,
You can prepare one singular action.
but I can't move and prepare. I just prepare an action.
You can.
You can
You have
move.
a move
Okay.
action.
It
You
is
get
your
move speed
action
action.
to do so.
It's my action to move.
No, it is your action to prepare.
That's a prepare an action. That's what I thought. Just making sure. I want to double check.
That's all
Okay, I
right.
take a couple steps. Take a couple steps back and prepare that if anything other than one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, however many allies I have here, comes charging at one of us.
Where'd you start? I'm sorry, I'm squinting on
I
very.
just moved down. I just moved down 10 feet.
Okay.
Comes charging at one, or does an aggressive action towards one. Let's put it that way. I will fire my bow at them.
I need you to mark your exact path. Just straight down.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Is it
That's
control?
fine. You can right click it. I just was trying to make sure I had where you were.
Yeah, just straight down.
All right. Let's see. What was your armor class again?
Oh,
I'm sure you're just looking it up just so he's prepared for
Yeah.
the future.
13.
That's okay. As a blade apparates between the space where you were and as you go on, Petra, Kite, and party at large. This guy, you're gonna see a lot of familiar skeleton tokens. I only have so many. This guy reveals himself with a wild miss.
We should have all used generic skeleton tokens. Make this even harder.
Yeah. That's where I would at least keep you guys like color-coded borders. Because even with his advantage of you not being able to see him, he whiffs.
Cool. And doesn't that kick in my
He
action?
did not charge.
I addendummed it. I said we'll put it that way. If they make an aggressive action towards one of my allies, that's what I said.
You're not your own ally. Cast your spell.
Did I save myself or was
This is happening on your turn.
Okay.
So you
it's
would
up
have
to you.
moved.
Yeah.
This triggered. His OA
Okay.
triggered, so you haven't even actually had a chance to prepare yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, right. So in that case, I will just I will shoot him or try to shoot him with my bow. Oh, one sec. Gotta figure out this.
And Shiko, you are on deck.
A 25 versus AC for 7 piercing damage. Excuse me.
The
I
arrow
see the invisible guy
rattles
now?
around as it sinks into the leather armor of the individual. Anything else?
Does it seem to be ineffective or less effective than I would against another creature, or than I would think it would be?
It fortunately, mechanically, is as effective as it should be.
Okay.
But comically, he's a skeleton. You're
Okay.
more damaging his pride than anything.
Okay. In that case, I will take another step down because you can split your actions, your movements. Okay, that's my turn. Thank you.
Alright, Shiko.
Do I see the invisible guy now?
He again, what you see on there, he is right there south of Petra.
I yell and point.
So the one in bandages.
The one beneath the one in bandages.
Okay, yeah. The one beneath the one in the mask. I see it now.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a step over and I'm gonna get him with my crossbow.
Alrighty.
Are you trying to do a castle? Am I the king and you're doing a castle?
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as I find my crossbow on my sheet.
What the hell, Mutt? Where's our battle music?
I don't have battle music.
I'll have to make my own then. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Okay.
If you were Bard, I would allow it. But no.
I would. I think something's a bit more pressing though.
Well, I know what my next bard's going to be doing constantly.
Yeah. 22 to hit for 3
Was
damage.
my idea.
As there's a Petra, you spin around, hearing the cut of air behind you, just in time to see this crossbow bolt stick through the back of this fellow's armor and nearly catch to you. He
Thunk.
staggers back a mild bit, just looking a little more annoyed. It's his turn. Assuming you're done. You still have bonus action
I think
and
so.
a little bit more movement if you wanted to.
I think I'm done there.
Okay. He is going to spin on his booted heel and take a swing. The green flame arcing down his arm and across the edge of his weapon for an 18 against you, Petra.
Petra, you cut out there.
It's
Okay. And that is 9 slashing damage to you and 3 fire damage to Kite
ow.
as the flame lashes beyond. Bringing us to Petra.
Axe to the face. I rolled that with disadvantage for some reason.
Mousing over, it was a 6 and a 6.
Consistency is a good start though.
Does it miss?
A 12 misses.
I'm gonna punch him too.
Okay. A 14, unfortunately, is just shy as he rolls his shoulder, your fist brushing off the leather armor. Ah, this one's got spunk.
Flurry of blows. Oh my god.
To be fair, you did just take a sword to the chest. Little disorienting. Still getting used to the lightweight punches. From the north, you can hear what sounds like very hastened incantations. As I reveal this fella as he walks from behind the corner and sends out arcing 3 beams of magic missile. 1 crashing into Maris, 1 into Shiko, and 1 into Jacob. 1d4, and that's going to be the order these will be posted in. So, Maris, Shiko, Jacob.
Did I get hit?
Yes, with a magic missile.
Rude.
Tactical! As he takes a tactical retreat. Two slower, lumbering figures begin to march their way down. The ones with nasty-looking axes on their sides. It's just a pain in the neck trying to reel them both at once. Layer. There we go. Boop. And that is the entirety of their turn. That brings us to the people who rolled. Nope, I'm sorry. We're down to Roan. Apologies, Roan.
Hang on, I gotta shut the door. on my turn, people want to talk.
Of course.
I'm never here.
The world needs you.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw an entangle spell right around here, like whatever this doorway is.
Okay. Feel free to draw out if you. Oh right, you're. Uh, that is 20 by 20 if I remember right.
Yeah. So like right in the middle, I guess. Oh, well. And they will have to do that makes it difficult terrain, and then they will have to do a strength check to not be restrained.
Okay.
My DC is 12.
They are slowed for already slow individuals as they march in very heavy armor. Anything else?
I'm going to move. I don't know, this little skeleton down here can swipe at me as I go by.
All depends on where you end up.
Is there only one enemy down here right now? These are
Yes,
all our
the one by
people?
Petra.
It's kind of hard to tell.
I know. You guys are more than welcome to zoom in.
5 foot. Okay. I am completely zoomed in.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah, 250. So. Oh, straight down. Is that Jacob's icon?
Yes, that would pop the swing on him.
This one down here.
I feel well protected from some attacks and a target for AoE for others.
And he whiffs. He's gotten one good hit this whole fight.
Alright.
That brings us to Modus.
The one that shot magic missile ducked back around.
Correct.
I'm going to peek around the corner and looking at one of the ones that is slow marching down on towards us. Say, you should really just kind of stop your friend and just help us out, de-escalate. I'm sure we can all be friends. Don't you want to be my friend? And try to charm him. It's DC 13. Don't know why that shows in red.
He's stalks forward a little, looks at his buddy, looks at you. You can see he just kind of shakes his head as he clears your spell effect.
Okay. And then I will duck back further around the corner. Nice.
Alrighty, that brings us to the ever prepared, the ever ready kite. A burst of action around you.
Okay, so we can't hear you if you're saying something.
Yeah, sorry. I'll attack the skeleton next to me with my longsword.
Are we using flanking optional rules?
You're not.
Okay.
Because I assure you there's a lot more enemies than there are y'all. Unfortunately, 11 misses.
That would have been good damage too.
As you crash and cut a swath of his leather. As he's a nimble bastard, yeah. Can't hit for shit.
then I'll just move up here.
Alrighty. He tracks you with his eyes, as you can hear up in the room above. I certainly hope you're not playing with your food. And your GM has swept over with a touchpad once again.
Wait, I think they're gonna eat us.
Skeletons
Nom,
eat
nom, nom.
skeletons?
Bone meal.
The bone marrow is the tastiest part.
He raises his weapon, pointing at the nimble bastard down below. At least put one of them down already! And he will swing. A 21 versus AC on you, Petra.
Oh, that hits.
For a total of 13 slashing damage.
Ow.
This could be one of our shortest campaigns yet.
I'm on it! As he puts his weight into the strike. That brings us to Jacob.
Okay, seeing that my allies are having some difficulty, actually, okay, yeah, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the nimble guy, I believe we've dubbed him. I didn't realize I'd roll damage. Let's see if I hit first before.
I'll let you keep the damage.
Okay, and then shoot him with my longbow. 15 versus
A
AC.
15 does manage to hit.
And also Colossus Slayer, because if a target is already damaged, they take an additional 1d8 for an extra 3. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 total damage.
As he is in the middle of shouldering down and drawing the slash through, an arrow comes crashing through his cranium, Petra, and flies just past your face, clattering into the wall behind you. As your foe sinks, the light in his eyes fading.
Stop almost hitting me.
Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of my Hunter Mark because I can't use a bow. Oh, on subsequent turn. Never mind.
Yeah, that's right. You're still in the clear.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And I will tell my allies, don't just stand there, kill them. Or re-kill them. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, Shiko. For the record, and in case it's unclear, the one that is there in that room with you is down. Oh, okay, Coral.
So he just-
Yeesh.
Does that mean like he
Sorry,
stands
talking
there and
about
just stops
something
moving?
going on with the cat.
He is collapsed into a heap of bones.
Just checking. Be hard to tell if they just stood there.
Yeah, just
Stunned.
plain dead.
Okay, so we got two bony guys here in the green square.
Yes, and they are very. You're struggling now to march in what looks to be carrying very heavy objects to defend themselves with.
And the green
And
square looks
is
to
a
be
tangle.
overgrown with plants. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is heavily filled with
Right.
grave moss.
Have I seen the brave moss before?
You saw the druid cast that spell. You are aware that that is a friendly effect. Friendly being that it will still affect you. If I remember my entangle spell correctly, it is
Mm-hmm.
neutral.
Okay.
I believe so.
So what you got, Chico? I see you marched forward.
Sorry. Chrome's kind of lagging a bit.
The grave moss is also difficult terrain, by the way. I don't know if that was made apparent or not.
I'm going to use Witch Bolt on the one in the middle on the left.
Alrighty. Roll to hit. With a 22 for lightning, that will lock on. That's right. If anyone could. Right. As a beam of electric energy discharges from your side and latches onto an opposing skeleton.
How long does it take to reload a crossbow?
That is part of the action, if I recall correctly.
I think it's part of the action, but you can only shoot once per turn unless you have
Without
like
the
a
feat,
special
yeah.
feat. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Here's when Petra dies.
It's loaded.
For science, it is their turn. They are going to attempt to stagger forward as best they can, and with dashing, because of the entangle spell, they get there.
Just as planned.
Now that you got a better look of them, it's not so much that they're wearing armor, it's like they've cobbled literal stone to protect vulnerable bits of themselves, i.e. their sternum, their ribs. Literally just took a door, made it into a shield. That brings us to this fella, who will pop out. And he is going to try a firebolt against Shiko. Shiko, there is a lance of pain as one of your ribs is snapped clean off. He rolls a natural 20 and max damage.
Ow.
And then my computer locks up. So that is 20 fire damage. Which, if I'm not mistaken, it puts you down? If I'm remembering health
Yeah,
correctly.
I'm more than down.
No.
That
I have
is.
to do double your health in a single hit.
Yeah,
I think
I'm down.
But so as you lock your arcane energies on the advancing skeletons, their own wizard steps out, assesses you as a threat, and with a just drawing the most perfect of beads on you, sends you scattering against the wall. You all watch as Shiko's flame does begin to die out. Let's bring
It is but a scratch.
to Petra.
Well, gonna grab our friend and try and drag him over here out of sight.
Just scoop the whole pile up and. Alrighty.
They-
Which where do you want to drop Shiko in?
Oh, that's fine right there.
Okay.
And then kind of hide in this corner because I'm almost dead.
Okay. This brings brings us to Roan.
I don't know the other almost dead, and also I don't really remember y'all, but I do remember my brother down here. So I'm gonna reach down and give him a boop.
Wait, who are you moving?
You.
I'm not hurt.
I'm not healing you. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And we'll give you a resistance, so you get a D4 to add to a saving throw if you need it. I don't know why it did that, but
Sure, roll that dexterity save.
yeah.
Clearly as part of her
to
spell.
dodge.
You
I'll
attempt to
have to-
dodge her resistance.
I literally just dragged and dropped it from the sidebar, so we'll have to see what that's about.
It happens. I mean, it's not perfect.
I mean, I'll get out of your way, I guess.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Morris.
Yeah, seeing that they have a spellcaster back there that's causing problems, they peek back around the corner and just whisper out and call to him. Or her, it's kind of hard to tell. Hopefully causing, occupying them for a little bit. Realizing we're losing our frontliners with two coming close, this could get fun quick. Casting Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. A wisdom
It's
save.
Wisdom 13. Not great damage, but
It manages to go through, though.
that's something. So he at least moves away for a little bit.
More skeleton shrieking. Appropriate. Sounds oddly like Jacob at the start of the campaign.
Who do you attack?
The
The
he
spellcaster.
nuked the wizard for 11 and made
Oh,
it
okay.
run
I'm
away.
trying to eat the mage.
That's my next thought.
Geek the mage. That brings us to the ones. Morris, any bonus action? Move. You're just tucking in the corner. Okay. Kite.
Yeah, step back.
Okay.
You got this. You'll be fine. As I step away.
Oh, and for the record, that resistance is a concentration, so the entangle goes boop.
One sec. Okay. I will approach this skeleton in front of me,
Okay.
and
I will note this is the one that has been damaged.
okay, then I'll go to that one instead.
Okay.
And I think I'll swing my sword again.
2411 cleaves through their ad hoc heavy armor.
Since I hit, I will spend a slot to smite.
All right. I need to roll at least 2 on your die.
It's so weird to have skeleton smiting.
There is a flare of instinctually frightening energy, even for you, for that brief moment, Kite, as you call forth powers of your deity, shattering the uh, the aggressor, the
I would
one
actually
to
be able
your
to.
right, quickly flicks his head open. Hajrin! No!
Your guy went roboty for me. What was that, Mutt?
Hadron! No!
Okay.
Bleh.
Assuming Hadron's their name.
I mean, was. Their name's now Corpse.
Or it's their band leader, or the
Corpse
person
A.
that got us in here.
Anything else?
Um,
That was 10 feet of movement.
I'll put myself in front of this guy, and I can use a free action to sheath my weapon, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll sheath my sword.
Okay. You're gonna regret that! As I have trouble moving this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The man with the nasty axe comes charging forward. And will attempt to swing upon the kite. And almost smashes his axe into his comrade. So enraged!
Do I? Oh, being damaged. Never mind.
He missed. Horrifically.
Okay, no problem.
Jacob!
Okay. So these two frontline enemies, neither of them appear to be injured, do they?
Neither of these have been injured yet.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hunter mark to this guy.
Left or right?
What kind of armor do both of them seem to be wearing?
One is literally wearing pieces of the temple or rune that you're in. The other is wearing like similar to Kite, battered chain. But he has boots on.
Okay. The one wearing the chain is on the right, correct?
Left. That's the one in the middle.
Oh, okay. How thick is this like temple armor look? Like, is it like big and bulky on him, or is it just kind of like?
It's literally slabs of rock.
Okay. All right. I want to use. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to the center guy, and as a bonus action, and then shoot it at him with my bow and arrow with my longbow.
All right.
That's a 10.
Spinning his axe ready for the next strike, he bats the arrow aside. You do hear a audible crack of the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Checking. Nope, that's my turn. Thank you.
Alrighty. Shiko.
Time for me to make a save.
Yep. 1d20. Alright, that is one success. Petra!
I have no idea how to stabilize a skeleton,
Just thinking the same exact thing.
so I'm just gonna be like, oh. But
Charging in there.
yeah,
Welcome back, Kite. There might be something to do with axes. Cause his just about the same. But the 21 for the 8 is a success, as you manage to weave under his first deflection of your blow, and feel a solid crack against his ribs.
King Flurry blows again. This is my last one.
Both of them are successful.
Woohoo!
Wait, Petra's a monk
Yes.
with the battle axe.
Yes.
Maybe she just likes to punch a lot.
I mean, have you not watched like old Wu-Tang movies? That's pretty cliche. in like a good way. Um, that's 16. Okay. Um, as he is rearing from the first blow, his rage-filled eyes turning towards you. There's that. Oh boy, there's that sudden recollection of your own pseudo mortality as he begins to raise the axe, and you take the chance to, with your fists, sever his head from his body.
Okay,
Which
good.
clatters to the ground.
He is okay. Good. I'm gonna use my last 5 movement to be like,
That's when the rogue goes easier again.
that's all for me.
Alrighty. Roan!
What all y'all left? We got
You got the
dude
one in
way
front of
back
Kite,
there and one
and the
big
one
guy.
you have no idea what the wizard's doing right this second.
Okay, well,
Talking with voices in his head. My voice.
trying to figure out what I can do. What I can do is useful. Not much. Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and wild shape. But I don't have any stats up right now.
Okay. What do you want to
But,
me to?
I think I'm at yeah, I'm at CR1 now, so that'd be a wolf or a dire wolf?
You should be able to direwolf.
Dire wolf. Then we'll do dire wolf.
Check. Yeah.
As great as bear is, we're kind of in a small room right now, so I'll
You
just do
have
dire wolf.
a +5 to hit with a 2d6 +3 to damage. As for
So I
those who
can
don't
go.
know D&D's dire creatures, they're literally just bone protrusion large
Yeah.
creatures to begin with. This one, just the fur and meat has sloughed off for the most part. There are still bits and tendrils. She has managed to somehow grow muscle temporarily.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I turn into a dire wolf.
As Roan has turned into a direwolf, lunging forward, the
I'll go
moss
to.
and vines throughout the ground, wrapping about her form, holding the new figure together, which confuses the hell out of the guy wearing stone.
I'm confused as well.
Nature finds a way. But yeah, like I said, you get the 1d20 plus 5.
Yeah, try to smack him around a little bit.
Something like that, just less meat and more moss. 19
Yeah.
hits. 2d6 plus 3, and he needs to make a strength save.
Now, I'll write this down for next turn.
And he fails. You knock him on his ass and savage him brutally. You really wanted that marrow.
I would give a thumbs up, but I don't have thumbs.
That brings us to Morris.
Yeah, I stand for a moment watching the giant undead wolf bone moss creature, and then I'm going to try and slip around behind her.
As you come around the corner, you do not spy immediately the wizard.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and
Get a
find.
vague glimpse of him from there. He is in the corner, and you've triggered his trap. Another of his deadly firebolts coming your way.
Great. I was going to move 5 more forward.
You can make that movement. right now he's triggering this with you having that hard corner, so you do have the bonus AC, which means he just narrowly misses as you see a chunk of stone explode beside you as the magic arcs past you. As you get eyes on him, you can see that that same knitting of the flame that you all witnessed Kite go through earlier when the temple had fallen on her. Skeleton. Though again, different color.
Okay. Trying to make my spells a little bit more interesting. So he's going to take his spiky bat thing and basically swing it like a baseball bat and launch a Eldritch Blast clear up in the corner. 22 to hit, 9 damage.
That does him in.
It's high on both sides.
Just has his basically the dueling pistols at noon. He fires off his shot, misses by a hair. You steady your aim, and your blast smashes through his face, rendering him nothing but yet another heap of bones.
I start to cough thinking about all the stone dust that's flying around and realizing I don't think I'm actually breathing.
Yeah, there's that instinctual like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Good. We're good. This brings us to the last one still standing. Kite. There is a struggling skeleton trying to get back to his feet, being savaged by this aberration of nature.
Um,
He is prone, i.e., advantage for melee swings.
mhm. Yeah, I guess I'll just swing my sword then. Look. Don't have much else to do. Or much else to say.
19 manages to hit. And as your sword arcs down, right as he manages to start shoving the dog free and staggering to his feet, with an arcing clash through the weak points, you sever him at the spine, and he, like his many comrades before, falls. Re-dead.
Re-dead.
I hope that's not our fate soon.
You are out of initiative. I'm not closing the initiative thing because of the screen layout is using it, but you are out of initiative.
Gonna go see if she goes okay.
I'll
Do I
join.
do another death save?
Jacob has a chance to interact with you before you would have to.
Uh, I mean, I guess a +1's better than a 0 to a roll. Wait, can you do a medicine check without being trained? I don't think so, can you?
You're welcome to try. As your party gathers, for the most part, attempting to figure out how to fix the broken mini skeleton.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to let things play out. I look over, like, is that one all right?
Shiko, make that death save. 2 successes. You can see bones beginning to reform, struggling to hold themselves together.
One more.
Your party has a moment to react. Kite, Roan, who is still pupper
Wait,
forward.
I could give you a second to get out of wild shape.
So as
And
you step forward, you can hear the rattle and clatter as the moss falls away and your humanoid form steps out from the leavings.
because I am trained in medicine, also I have. No, I don't. I had an herbalism kit. I don't have the healing kit. So I can do assist. So I'll do a medicine check on you first.
Okay. You are stable, Shiko. More than anything, it is quite literally piecing your anatomy appropriately so it's not struggling with itself to correct its placement. Takes that moss
Stable gives
and
me
uses
1
it to
HP, right?
stable
Yeah.
is at 0, but you no longer have to roll.
Use it to like tie a knee bone back together.
Morris, as you approach to the north, you see that ebony door, significantly different than the plain wood that is otherwise scattered about the halls you've explored thus far. Here you can see runic markings, two of which are currently glowing. One green, and one a sort of pinkish red. Looking closely, you can vaguely, thanks to the light of the others, as dark vision is grayscale, you can make out that there is, in fact, what looks to be some sort of turquoise gem in another one of the runes. A opal of some sort. And the others, unfortunately, are not close enough to the relatively dim light the two runes are putting out. All told, you can see 8 markers.
Without looking too carefully, I'm just kind of like kicking their bones apart, try to look through, see if there's anything of note. Not really going as far as to like an investigation check, just kind of see if there's anything on the surface. Is there anything usable that I see?
With your passive investigation of 13, you can see that they do have, specifically the one in the middle, as the other two had ad hoc and thrown together piecemeal items. He, though, has a battle axe in slightly better condition than what you see Petra using.
Okay. I pick up the battle axe and I toss it in the air and spin it and catch it. Just one spin, not like a bunch of spins. Just one spin, catch. Give it a swing. Anybody need a battle axe?
No, I'm good.
Who said that?
Catch it.
I say, you already have a battle axe.
No, I said I'm good.
Okay,
I do not have the training for that.
Otherwise, he does also have what appears to be a chain shirt.
I'll have to look up the info for that. I think change shirt, disadvantage on stealth checks. I think I had an option for that, but I didn't want it. But yeah, I'll see here.
Most of your clanky metal, you can assume, will be stealth
Yeah.
disadvantage without the feet.
I'll, do I have my backpack, or is it like torn away and like?
Again, as I had mentioned, session 1, for the sake of sanity, assume that goods that you started with are there with you, minus rations and the like.
Okay, just my rations basically. Okay, all right. I'll strap it to my backpack. tuck it into the straps on one side and take it with me. The battle axe.
Yeah, no, I would just mostly wanted to make sure he was actually dead, since it's hard to tell for these guys at a distance.
As the indicative sign has been that whatever fire is either in the sockets or in the case of the other skeletons, even running along their bones. Once that's gone, appears to be completely inanimate and nothing more
Okay.
than a heap of bones. And his skull is in tatters. Kite, you're welcome to science it.
Um,
There are
Science?
some mild house rules that I'm not outright spoiling.
You can
There's
try
one
it
way
on
to
me.
find out.
If it works, then I get healed. And I need healing.
But if
If
it
it doesn't
doesn't work on you, you could be knocked unconscious again.
I never went unconscious.
Oh, although who's this
Technically, you all have been unconscious at least once.
Oh, is that Kite
I'm
talking?
just sleeping.
Oh, is that Kite that was saying
No,
that?
it's Petra.
Okay, Petra. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, Shiko is being very in character and staying quiet.
okay.
Best corpse ever.
Go ahead and just science it on me. It'll be fine.
okay. I'll cast inflict wounds on Petra.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it, please. As Maris, you return to the party and see the paladin reaching out with a hand, dark energy coalescing at their fingertips and surrounding Petra. And as shocking
I'm
to
not
all,
sure that.
gets 18 points of healing.
Yay.
That was a big risk for if it didn't work.
I didn't know
You know,
it did that much.
when they said inflict wounds, I was like, oh, they're like just doing like a minor like D8
Oh
or
no,
whatever.
inflict
Yeah.
wounds is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very polite skill. Passives here. Okay.
Wow, that's a level 1 spell. That's pretty good.
Level 1 scaling. It's your
Okay.
evil cleric spell.
Now we know how to heal each other.
Yes, my one spell.
Yes, it's definitely a lot harder. I don't know that I can.
Or is that your only spell slot?
But it is good to know if that's how that works.
Right, but how many spell slots do you have?
Oh, just 3.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
I'll
lie,
be right back,
I
though.
really was hoping you would try and science that on an enemy mid-fight.
I was
I'll be right back. The family needs help with something. Probably setting up the DVD player or something.
Okay.
I was considering using lay on hands on an enemy. Just touching them to death.
Would they have to make a save?
She hasn't tried yet.
I think if they try to avoid it, it'd be a touch attack, but you can dump like all of your lay on hands, I think, all at once.
Just imagining, like, hey, let's shake hands.
No! Ah! It's like
Tackle them.
no, it's that buzzer.
That's exactly what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I do have high charisma, high deception. Ooh.
Yeah, I have to figure out to learn that spell. Okay. So Shiko's feeling better.
No, Shiko is not feeling better. Shiko is still taking a nap.
Mm,
You can physically
Oh,
hear
Yeah,
her.
y'all didn't heal
that was
me.
a pet.
Yeah, Shiko is unconscious but stable. That was a heal on Petra.
So can you do that again?
I can, yeah, but it'll be my last spell.
I mean, it might be that, or we drag her around.
That's true.
I mean, I can try my healing, but it's specifically healing and should not work against us. If
Yeah.
that worked, it makes me think that healing is bad. Like normal healing.
I guess that makes sense, yeah. Okay. I'll use Inflict Wounds on Shiko.
I
Okay.
guess I could find out.
All right, Shiko. The bones knit at a much more rapid pace. The fire that you can see spreading across her form sinks into where the marrow should be as the bright blue flickers back in the empty sockets of the small flame. Instinctually lunging
Ow.
forward, no gasp for air, though I'm sure the jaw makes the motion. Oh,
Welcome back.
how habits die hard.
Thank you.
We did not get the door. The door's unlocked. We were just about to open it. Was that correct? Right before all this, we hadn't tried.
You had not tried the doors yet. You guys were discussing the doors and ready to proceed when the rogue spotted you.
Well, this isn't a bad place to hole up for a little bit and rest if we want after dealing with them. If
Are the
sitting
evil
down.
guys dead yet?
Yep. So push the one with my foot.
I
My
missed
feet.
it all. Darn.
Kicking his bones aside, you do
No.
see he does have a sword and a dagger.
I mean, you definitely helped us. I mean, me taking that blow would not have been near as much fun for me as if it hit you, so that helps. Thanks. So,
I mean, it's not like I can die again.
didn't this time, that's great. Yeah, assuming that our bodies react the same way to rest as we did before, I could use a bit of a break. Yeah. Just in case we run into more things.
Hmm.
Otherwise, there's a door up north where they went that has a bunch of runes around it, and a couple are glowing. I'm not sure how to go through the door yet.
Maybe it has something to do with that
We,
book in the other room.
possibly. I didn't look through that one yet. It looked like a spell book, but it might have other info in it.
Yeah.
I will pull it out and give it an examination to try and tell if it's safe to open.
Arcana check.
Ah, yes, the skill I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to. I'm like, somebody else can be the magically trained, knows what they're doing with magic.
Well, you already took it out of the room and didn't break it, so I'll take it.
It seems safe. I'm the one that picked it up. Why would I hand it back now?
As you begin handling it, you do, in fact, brush across where the physical representation of the warding spell is active. I need everyone in close proximity to make a dexterity saving throw as a gout of flame issues from the book.
Which one is Spaz?
That would be you making the dexterity save and Morris making the dexterity save.
In the middle.
Yeah, I had to
The
go
guy with
up
the bat.
next to him.
The twins are okay.
Those are literally the only two.
We stick together for a reason.
As Morris, you will note that the book crumbled to ash in your hands.
Oh.
Burning Shiko for 9 points of fire damage.
Hmm.
Damn it!
Well, this isn't a spell book. This is just full
You
of flash
broke it.
paper. It was a flash paper book. We used to sell them all the time back at the shop. I'm trustworthy. Well, nope. There's no information in the book about the runic door. I checked.
Well, at least we learned that.
Guess you
You
can
owe
start
me a
south.
spell book.
You want this one? I didn't find any info about the runic door in this one either. Pulling out another spellbook.
At a glance, this one
Like a
is
discount.
Where did you
likewise holds. Like, hold up, where are you just pulling random books out of his ribcage?
You get them on discount if you buy in bulk.
Hmm.
Do you actually have another spell
Yes.
book?
Yes, he does.
It is a spellbook. At least, I mean, to my knowledge, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
take
know.
it from him and look at it.
A casual observation, it will take a little bit of study to see what is in it, but you can tell that this is a mildly encrypted spellbook. So basically, over the course of a short rest, you would be able to decipher it.
Are we taking a short rest now?
I would say yes, but that's me.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, please.
Okay. Post
I'm gonna sit
as you
down.
so plan.
I mean, I'm fine. I can keep watch. I don't know if anyone else got hurt. Besides you three?
Mildly.
4 of you?
Well, as far as you saw, Morris just set Shiko on fire.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wasn't me. She asked for the book anyways. I'm just saying. She asked for it.
Don't know what was so funny, but okay.
You know, that one thing. Okay. The list is actually going to come over to you with a URL here shortly.
Well, I noticed Corbin left his mic on back in the bedroom.
So,
Is that y'all's mom?
Yeah, he's having to teach them how to use the DVD player again. They don't understand that you have to change it off of the same channel that the DVR thing's on.
confirm for me that that worked, Echo. There should be 8 spells there.
Yep.
But last call to position yourselves as you will for this rest. All right. Your short rest goes off without a hitch. You may spend hit dice accordingly.
Then I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna take my key back.
I think there's at least one person who's going to be spinning at least a hit die.
Yeah, I won.
Okay, I'm back.
Alrighty, welcome back.
Thank you. What a miss.
Barring cantrips. Shiko got set on fire by a trap placed on a book. Was then promptly bribed off from being angry by being given yet another book. You guys are taking a short rest while Shiko studies said book and mends her bones.
Okay.
Which, as stated, your short rest comes with little to no problems, aside from, unfortunately, Shiko, you were a little distracted. Keep in mind, you can still spend more. You can spend all three if you want to. But otherwise, you have two doors there in the room with you, and the major door there to the north.
I vote the south door.
How about the south door for now as well?
I'll inspect it.
Okay.
Do you want to roll?
If you would like. Otherwise, your passive of 13 notes nothing of marked interest.
Oh, I'm sure that means it's perfectly safe. I will, assuming everybody is done resting, ready to move on, I will open the door quietly-ish.
Before you open the door, I want to move right here.
Are you trying to be on the open side or the behind the door side?
Wait, where's the door?
South
Where
of me.
Morris is. There's one where Morris
In
is and
that
one
case,
where
I'll be right
Petra
here.
is.
I guess I'll be right here.
Okay. A quick cursory run of your finger by the latch reveals the door to be relatively functioning and not locked.
I'll open it up.
Revealing, as I remember that it was this computer doing the drawing.
Coral, I don't know what you're talking about. These tropical Swedish fish are very tasty.
Reveals
My
Swedish
interest is
fish
piqued.
to be poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
The room before you, Morris, is relatively small. There, the 20 by 15 as you see it. And as the door swings fairly easily, as if unmarred by time, you can see four statues in the immediate center of the walls. So one here, and then two opposite. They appear at a glance to be of very simple armored figures. I don't have the room to write this on the map, but if someone would like to very tinily mark them or make notes as we write this out, I'll answer that in a moment, Shiko. The one in the northwest is wielding a spear. The southwest is sword and board. The southeast appears to be wielding a two-handed axe, and the northeast wielding a polearm. Otherwise, they are completely identical.
Are there any tracks through the room? Or dust on the floor?
There's not, at a glance.
Is there in our current room?
There is overgrown moss in some corners. There's plenty of bone dust now, but definitely signs of aging there, but not within this hall.
Okay, this definitely seems familiar somehow. I've played this video game or something, but I can't remember how to solve it.
What's a video game?
That was out of character.
Well, for the fact that this room seems more important, we may want to check the eastern door first. If I can squeeze past Petra, I will check the door.
Oh, yeah.
Closer to traps.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you again relying on your passive or?
Oh, I'm sure my pass is good enough. I'm just going to look at it.
Okay.
I inspect it. I don't know what's bad. Although, I guess arguably, I'm saying I'm looking at it versus just walking up and opening the door. So maybe I should.
Okay. So you are physically just walking up and opening the door?
No, I want
Okay.
to look at the door before I open it.
So you approach. Again, just a gentle pat along the edges. Unfortunately, you catch what feels like a wire stuck between the knuckles of your pinky.
Found the trap.
Nothing happens as it snaps.
Well, I'm glad I don't have flesh then. Wait, is it the wire that is snapping or my finger that is snapping?
This the wire.
Okay, just making sure that it not only just the end of my pinky just fall to the ground.
A few seconds later, a lot of you can hear what sounds like a sharp whistle from the other side of the door. The Arcanist among you would recognize that as an alarm spell being triggered.
I just assume it's somebody whistling, like, get them, boys.
I know we're here.
I was gonna say, you don't have to whistle. I'm not a puppy anymore.
You instinctively start wiggling your
Yeah.
hip.
So we all hear this whistle going through?
It's muffled on the other side of the wooden door that Mars is prodding at.
So we hear a muffled whistle?
Mhm.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to move. The door is right next to Mars, so I'm going to move right here. And I am going to prepare to shoot anything that moves aggressively towards myself or the party.
Thread the ribcage.
I'm sorry?
Just making a joke about shooting through skeletons.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can go this way where there may be something ready for us. We may have already dealt with what would be coming. Or we just end up heading back south and wait for something to come, which I think is probably the worst of the options. Nobody's preference. I open the door.
Okay. The door is a
Duck
little
down.
rougher to swing open. You can see almost immediately that this room, very much like your own, holds evidence of recent travel.
Coming out or going in or both?
Hard to say. Whoever's text it is, could you flip that over to the other side of that room, please? Thank you.
take a quick look at the floor before stepping in to try and not set off more traps in front of my party to make it completely obvious I'm confident.
Okay. Passively, you don't note any of that. It's appropriate.
Yep.
You note nothing of distinct markings, lifted tiles, or things of shifted weight around. Um, you do see about 5 feet beyond the door, traced with chalk, now snapped and ruined, some form of arcane sigil. That, as an arcanist of sorts, you would recognize again as the marking of an alarm spell.
And I assume if I just disturb the marking more, it doesn't actually stop it, does it?
The rune itself is broken. It's been triggered.
Okay.
As you stepped around where you are now, you can actually see another portion of that wire twined up and had pulled what looks to be a skull across the rune.
The skull was floating through the room.
Rune.
Okay.
There are flying skulls. Don't tempt me. They're
Believe those are
not. They
called
are
flame
not
skull.
nice.
I know, but you showed us how not nice they are during one campaign.
They're not called flaming skulls, they're called bubbles.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Tiptoeing your way in. Again, nothing strikes you as too out of place any more than the rest of the area you have been. You can see that it breaks in a rather wide hallway, both north and south.
Well, it's noisy in here, but seems safe enough.
Is it pretty dark in here, or are there like
You guys-
torches along?
You all have dark vision.
I know, but I mean, like,
You've not
can
seen
I
a scone
tell?
Yes.
or a
I'm sorry?
sconce.
Okay.
There is no light besides your own.
I'm gonna drop my prepared action and attempt to sneak through the room.
Okay.
The 9 stealth.
The party stares at you. You almost get tripped by Kite kicking the rune on the floor. For the record, the whistle was it happened and then stopped.
Okay.
It's not a continuous
Okay.
like train whistle nonstop going. But as the two of you, Jacob and Morris, get to the corners, you can see that there are 2 wooden doors, which are not currently marked, on either side there.
While I'm attempting to sneak, I want to try to, if it's not too late yet, I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for traps. And if you want me to roll, I actually would like to roll.
If you are attempting to search for traps, yes, that's the thing you must do.
Okay.
As I can assure you, none of you are passively perceptive enough to catch them.
Okay, I want to move right here and then roll. It's perception, right?
How about
Critical
that?
fail
Down
with
2
a full,
traps.
critical fail 4.
Everything seems perfectly fine as you creep towards the door there to the north.
Okay.
Your head flicks there eastward, and you can see a ways down the hall that has yet to be doodled. And can see likewise another large ebony door.
Hmm.
Wait, was the north and south doors in this room ebony?
No, the two in the same column as you are wood.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
we should
walk
try-
up to the north door and listen onto the door and see if I can hear anything.
Gonna move to right. No. I want to stay right here and once again prepare to attack if anything makes an aggressive maneuver, like
Okay.
loosely action, but not mechanical action,
Mhm.
like a aggressive motion towards us.
So, Shigo, you try to focus past, put your perception past the solid wooden door. Jacob's kind of behind you, bobbing from one foot to the other, every now and then, pulling on his bow, making sure it's still good to go. You can hear the clatter of bones of your compatriots, but you just can't quite get a focus beyond the door. Maris, as you press your attention around that corner, you see yet another of the ebon doors. With again, I'll note the similar lighting. The we'll use emerald because again, my brain doesn't have the green gems in mind at the moment. Um,
Peridot?
Peridot,
No, Peridot.
Peridot.
I think the C
It's
silent.
also Malshite. There's no C.
I said T.
You said C.
It's
I totally
recorded,
said.
sir.
Go back to the recording. I dare you.
I was gonna say, was
Like
it
the
malachite? But that's
Malachite.
kind of dark too, isn't it?
I don't know anymore.
I thought that one was
Um,
called the malachite.
I thought the H was silent.
but
Totally malachite.
the green and red are lit on all three of these doors.
Don't know what you're talking about, Vigilant.
Vigilant's trying to help you, technically. See? He didn't use the letter C, he was just rolling into another word. See?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
So I'm gonna step to this side and reference to Jacob. It's all clear in there. You want to go check it out?
Where you opened the door? Did
The door's
Shiko
not been
open the door?
opened. She
She
just
hope.
sort of pressed her cranium against it, listened for a moment, and stepped aside.
No, Shiko. It's not Shiko. Okay. All right. Uh, no, that's okay. You open the door, and I'll shoot if something comes towards us, attacks us.
Is it a push or pull door?
This would go inward. So, it would
Okay.
open away from you.
I push it as much as I can from the side here.
Okay. Locked.
Like the door's locked.
Yep.
Anybody got any lockpicks?
Never travel without them.
Why don't you see if you can pick this door here? She'll take a couple steps back.
What? You don't trust me to not set up a trap? I'm great at finding them.
Trust has nothing to do with it.
That you do trust me to
Oh,
find a
that
trap on the
kind of
inside
lock.
Is it just rolling the skill, thieves' tools? Is that the way doing a lock is? I don't know if
Yes,
I
it would be
actually
it would
don't,
be thieves' tools.
which is dex based.
Yes.
Okay.
You spend the better part of 4 or 5 minutes fumbling around with your tools, trying to find the right tool for the job, and it is baffling. For whatever, you just can't seem to get any tension. Um, you've tried to rake it. You've tried everything you can to stereotypical lockpick this lock.
Is it magically locked?
You kind of turn your head over to Chico.
Mutt, I am so
Seems like it.
sorry.
Are you?
You are right. It is Peridot. My whole life I've heard it as Peridot. My whole life, everything I know is a lie.
You can thank EverQuest.
Well, it's not French, so it shouldn't be a silent T.
It's my birthstone.
But,
Oh yeah, I don't think I have any skills that unlock that. So there is a spell in this book.
To unlock it or lock it? Or both?
I think the spell says here that we need a password.
A lock? Salvaged a friend. That seems to
Or
work
the
often.
spell knock, which I don't have either.
Password is who's there? Okay.
Does it work, GM?
No.
Okay, let's try another door.
Sorry, what?
Well, we're not getting through this one until we figure out what the password is.
Do you know other ways we can break the spell? I can't dispel anything this far.
Do you have to spell?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I haven't practiced enough yet.
Oh, I don't have it either. That'd be kind of silly for me to have this spell.
Why's that?
Can't
I
help
think
you.
it's handy, just can't get it yet. Really, I don't remember what the level it is. I'm pretty sure it's not a 1. Mark, would you know another way to break a lock spell?
Try and break the door.
Okay. And we can see if the southern door is just as well secured.
A quick cursory inspection reveals that it too is locked. Kind of explains why he was casting cantrips.
Wait, who's casting cantrips?
There's not any notes in that book about any passphrases by chance, is there?
When you thumbed through confirming the spells in the book, you didn't see any passwords or such.
I'm pretty sure right by the lock spell, you're supposed to write your password. That's how you don't forget it.
Oh! I know the password. I walk up to the door, and I make a grand motion with my arms and say, "Password."
The door kicks you between the legs.
And then I look at the party and give a, as much as the skeletons and smile. I smile.
I think that's all we
I think
can
it's
do
a
is
mimic.
smile. I think all we can do is smile because our teeth are always showing because we don't have lips.
I think it's a mimic as well. We need to hack it down. Because that's the only way we're getting through.
Someone say heck
Yeah.
with my
Go.
battle axe.
There is
Is the door made of wood?
They are.
Yes.
Okay. Go right ahead, Petra.
Okay. Begins wailing away on the wooden door, and over the course of 10 minutes, finally cleaves through.
It worked.
And she says,
During,
"Here's Johnny."
As it splinters off the hinges, revealing yet another fucking hallway.
during that 10 minutes,
I thought you were
wanted to
going to
walk
say
around.
another locked door.
This one,
It's Jacob
rather
Small.
But for just so like I don't think I'd stay here for 10 whole minutes and just watch. Can I say after 5 minutes I help her hack through with the other battle axe?
It's more a matter of spacing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But the two of you are able to, not that she gets exhausted, the joy of being undead.
Yeah.
But you see a T intersection up ahead as you're vision adjusts from the splinters flying inward.
I was gonna take that time to walk around and guessing that it connects on the other side.
It is not. Where that stops
Okay.
are where those two runic doors are.
Oh, are they like big, large doors?
These are much larger than the single square one. Yes.
Oh, okay. I was misunderstanding that. So, who would like to travel down the potentially trapped hallway?
Maybe someone's a little stronger.
I guess I'll go check.
Okay.
Wait a moment. As a okay, never mind.
Making it to the end of the intersection there, you look to your left, look to your right. You can see that leftward connects into what you can presume to be a room of sorts. That's the portion that you can more or less see, as this actually breaks down just like so. And this opens up to a room and looks to have a series of doors.
Yeah, it's just more doors. That's all we have. More doors.
I didn't know we were in Mordor.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna make a more modern joke that I've made before in real life, but I don't think it would make sense for the current for D&D. So let's talk about how many doors are there. There's 3 doors this way, 3 doors that way. So there's 3 doors down. If I go crazy now, will you still call me Superman?
I mean, there are
No.
3 doors down that way.
That
Sorry.
was that's why I was going to say
Yeah, no one laughed when you said it the other day either.
that.
That's just mean.
I laughed. That's what matters.
We are stuck indoors.
I'll go check over here.
Okay. As you step into the room, this one is far familiar. Not quite as large as the one you started in, but you can see what looks to be remnants of packs and scattering of belongings, uh, just ruined by time. On, at the far end, you can see still slowly dying out. Wait, mute yourself when you're playing with
Are
the
you
wrapper.
done?
A fading green light.
I know somebody's dying.
It's a wisp, barely visible.
I'll go check on it.
You, as you get over to the other side, you kind of think back. You didn't really explore the room you started in, but there's a vague recollection of a similar marking to the back of your own room.
This is all way over my head.
Do we all see
Nice
the marking
skull.
on the wall?
It's on the floor.
Are they standing on the marking on the floor?
They're not. Everyone, if you enter that room, you can see. Basically, by the time the last of you would get in there, it is just a marking, and would require being pointed out.
Okay.
Hey, look, a marking.
I'm gonna go walk over to it to study it.
All right. A religion check, please.
But I don't know religion. My religion's money.
You. You try to wrap your head around it, but there's just no buying into this idea. Bum-bum. That said, the logical side of you kind of pieces together that this is probably the room where your last foes must have started.
If only we kept one alive, they would know what the knock spell is. Or the password.
Hmm.
My bad.
I think this is where friends came back.
Did they leave anything useful?
No.
To rummage through their stuff. Well, hopefully all those other doors are not more places like this. Somebody has been a very busy bee.
I'll try taking a look at the thing, investigating it.
The marking,
Yeah.
it's a religion check. Okay. We'll get to that in just a moment, Shiko. Um, there is this whisper of a memory in the back of your ethereal mind, but you just can't quite put a finger on what this would represent. It's definitely not something you yourself would want to pray to.
Hmm.
I guess I can see if I remember anything.
All right. As a note, repeated checks get harder, not easier.
Okay. I really didn't pay attention in class.
You kind of like mumble, like, yeah, nah, this is Hooty Patootie, the god of dancing. Yep.
Explains why you don't know them.
I'll
What?
look. I'll go look.
Don't you know it's
What are we looking
Banjo, the
at?
clown god?
Oh,
As
what are we looking at?
as Shiko, as you press forward, you're fairly certain there are no traps ahead.
There you go.
Rowan,
Oh.
unfortunately, with the previous attempts, even you can tell nothing of this. The mark is so ruined by the constant examination.
What did you do to it?
I was more
I don't have to answer
referencing
that.
what's it called now? Order of the Stick.
I'm like, oh wait, I got it. Then one of the other ones like smudges something. I'm like,
Mars like dances to show off.
Got some moves. Just like Jagger.
Like
Who?
jagged.
Jagger. Got the moves like Jagger.
Who?
Come on, people.
Whomst?
Who's this Jagger fellow
yeah.
you keep talking about?
The
Keep
dance
progress.
god.
I think it's an ancient bard.
Ancient Bard of Mick.
Fine, whatever.
That's racist.
Okay. Uh,
Malice, I was looking for traps.
and as I said, you didn't find any, but as he passes
I didn't hear
through,
that.
Me too.
He's looking for traps with his feet.
If he lights us on fire again,
Hey, it's dangerous standing so hot, so close to me. I'm just so hot. Things combust. I can't help it.
just shaking my head. The north and south room, much like the ones that you had investigated, do appear to have piles of bones, possibly fallen victims of the other party. Um, and this proceeds on all the way to the end of the hallway. As a note, so we'll quickly doodle doodle.
dang it, the other guy stole our kill.
I'll be right back. I am following Roan to be taken loosely, but I'm one step ahead of her, not really following her. Wherever she moves, I'm one step ahead.
I'm in the group.
Following from the lead.
Morris, there, The north door is still sealed.
I will check it.
Yeah, perfectly safe.
Yeah, looks good. Okay, I'll open it.
As you go to push the door open, it resists you, revealing once again another lock.
I will try to. I guess. Can I tell if it's magically locked?
You can
Aside from
accept an
trying to pick
Arcana.
it? Okay. Check it.
You're fairly sure that this is a mechanical situation, as opposed to
Okay.
magical.
Get to work.
Okay.
Lick my fingers.
Eventually pulling a thin piece of metal out of your kit, you shimmy it through the side of the door, and there's a tug as you feel a latch on the other side pulled up and falls away. The door doesn't move, so stuck with time. Might require a good heave.
Okay, I'm gonna push the door in. It should move now.
Sure.
Doors are heavy.
I was about to say, did he just make a running jump into the door?
Kite, as you get there, your own bulk is more than enough. Leaning against it for a moment, there's a crack where you worry that you might fall through it before the caked dust and grime there along the seal gives way and it thunders open. Huddled in the corner, you can see two individuals, skeletons like yourselves, one of which is brandishing a shattered blade. The fire in their eyes barely present. You would put it at that same sort of opal white.
Hello?
Get back!
Okay.
We didn't.
Everything's fine.
I'm not here to attack you.
Back!
Only if we have to.
There's a brief lunge, and then you hear what sounds like a chain as the poor creature is yanked back against the wall. What did you do to us? You monsters!
We are much the same as you. Do you remember how you got here?
Wake up in chains and bones. Bones. Bones and chains. Where are my friends? Where are they?
I think that they suffered a worse fate at the hands of some others that woke up here, attacking those they found.
Blaming others? Blaming others? Monster! Monster!
Have you looked at yourself lately? Just saying, the label monster has a new meaning to it.
Back! Once we have
Hmm?
her!
We can leave you here. Or we could work together.
Persuasion check.
Did he say something about have her?
You do note there he is standing as best he can defensively over another skeletal figure,
Okay.
who is like crouched, holding on to its knees, in this sort of rocking position.
As you do.
Is your other okay?
Waiting on your persuasion check.
Oh.
He throws the sword at you as you are out of range of him swinging it.
Oh, free sword.
Well,
Just have to
free
get past Kite first.
part of the sword.
Does
I
he
see
yell,
the
catch?
my past.
It actually doesn't even make it past Kite, bouncing off of Kite's armor. Yeah!
Wait,
Just imagine he gets lodged in the rib cage and he looks down like, okay,
Aw.
I'll leave you to it then.
Can I try? I'm probably a little bit more persuasive than you.
Oh, fine. I mean, yeah, talk to him all you want. He's not going anywhere. You have a captive audience.
I say, hey, we're not here to hurt you. We're just trying to figure out how to not be skeletons in this place. We were attacked by like 5 guys. One of them shot me.
Come on, dude. We're just Skelebros. Come on. Be a Skelebro with us.
Lunges to the length of his chain, which puts him only there to the middle of the room, and attempts to swipe at you before the chain yanks him back.
If you'd like, we can free you, and you could help us find our way out of here.
I kind of like to do the whispery, but not quite so quiet. I'm like, I don't think he's what he's be able to be reasoned with. He looks quite out of his mind. Or he sounds quite out of his mind since I can't
So,
see him from here.
aren't we all?
I cast friends on him. I'll give it a go. I mean, I'm not. The downside is afterwards he knows and gets grumpy, but then again, he's already grumpy to begin with. I mean, assuming that like uh, Chico's not still talking.
I know I was done talking. I was waiting for Matt to tell me if I needed a persuasion check or not.
Absolutely.
After their exchange, I would go that route.
He stalks backwards to settle back in that guarded position between the party and the figure on the floor, who just kind of peeks around him. We didn't do anything.
We're not trying to hurt you.
We're our friends. We didn't do anything. What's going on?
That's exactly what we see. What do your friends look like?
The two exchange a look.
Shh, Malice.
That's not Malice. That was Jacob.
It was Mars.
That was Jacob.
No,
Oh, that was me. I was saying.
Morris
Oh,
said
I,
He
Skelebro.
I
laughed.
was looking at the
That's where I started to
chuckling.
laugh at. Yeah.
There's Alice. He's a large bastard of a man. Can't miss him. Goliath stock, I think he come from. It's the good sister, Alana. Thin as a wisp. But those crimson eyes, you. And he seems like, as he's describing, kind of has this sort of recollection. I guess those wouldn't be. You don't think? No, no, not them too. No.
Maybe they're hidden in another room. There's still some that we haven't seen.
Morris, you look there in that room. There is a large skeleton just beat to shit, like dead south of you.
Do I find a skinny one too?
You do not.
Okay. I just kind of look at Shiko, like
Um,
waving my hand horizontal by my neck, like, no, I think they're gone.
Well, if you'd like to get out of here, we can free you and help you find your way out, assuming that we can as well. And maybe we will find your friends along the way.
they whisper to each other for a moment. Try anything funny, I'll break you.
Well, I'm not a bard, so that
I like funny things.
And I have no sense of humor, so it's okay.
Not a funny bone in your body.
just the two.
Not anymore.
That was in character, by the way. As there's a soft chuckle from the figure on the floor. Um, she struggles to stand. There's quite a few chains upon her.
Kite, you're pretty big. Can you help get those chains off?
I can try. Are they?
There are two on each of them. It looks to be a pair of rusted padlocks.
I step forward and hold out my axe to Kite.
Um.
I feel like a axe is vaguely hammer shaped. It might be easier to use your hand.
I do have my mace.
Oh, that's probably better.
Could I try smashing them with my mace?
Absolutely. Just roll an attack.
Okay.
And Mars, do you check just that one room, or do you move to the others?
No, yeah, I'd like to check the other rooms, though I want to be back over here when they're loose.
Okay. The north middle room, you do find a relatively thin, what you would presume be the anatomy of an elf.
Okay.
And amusingly enough, another spell book.
Yeah, awesome.
Need
Be
about
sure to
1,000 gold for all these spells.
But on the bright side, it spells.
I don't have my mace as an attack, and it's
What?
me at it.
Just roll a raw 1d20. In fact, roll your longsword. It'd be the same.
Oh, okay.
On the bright
Or
side, one of them might
scrabbers
have the
and
light
scream.
spell.
That's a cantrip. They actually wouldn't have that.
Oh,
So we don't
well,
need light.
it's on the bright
See
side.
the
It was
dark.
a joke.
There you go.
Okay. It takes a few swings, and as you draw the mace, he pulls fisticuffs. He is ready. But as your blow scores against the lock, he settles down once again. Um, Seems, as best you can tell, air quote, body language, that he's a little miffed you freed him first, just because he was the more ready target. Um, I means it. You hurt her.
I don't want to hurt anybody. I promise. Should I do another attack?
It's more. It just takes some time. About the time Morris gets back tucked into where he is, you get her free. Staggers to her feet, and like I guess there's at least twice the weight of chains upon her for relatively light frame, no bigger than Petra.
She must be the dangerous one.
I heard that. It's all right. They're trying to help.
Yeah, I basically just plan to stand in the way of the doorway, just kind of leaning up against the wall, making it harder to see into the room. Would ask the same of Rowan or Jacob. Somebody just kind of, just as they walk past, just, step back out of their way into the doorway.
She sort of seems to be testing her mobility now that she can move. They stalk into the hallway, and all of you are insightful enough to know that she is moving quite gracefully. And not so much in the light of her feet, but definitely almost in similar fashion to the way Petra has been moving.
Is Petra a royal?
Not graceful as in movement, not as in noble status.
Oh, okay.
But they don't even so much as pay that out of the room mind, except for your presence, Morris. Right. We find our comrades, and we get out of here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of doors, and there's a room that we're pretty sure is trapped that has 4 stone statues in it.
Do you remember anything about what you were doing before you woke up here?
He starts up like as if to, so that's private. She raises a hand. If it solves anything, we've been trying to rack our brains on that, our heads on that for at least hours now since coming to. It's all quite foggy, really.
I haven't remembered much either.
Surely it was something important for us to be out here, I would imagine.
Rather, it's just happenstance of opportunity. Similar locations for somebody who works here.
They make their way into the chamber where Petra apparently has not moved for the duration of this. You hear them kind of looking around, still very guarded, more as they are just in a unfamiliar environment. Someone is typing up their bibliography.
Yeah, I hear it.
But
Can they type up some cover letters for me while they're at it?
that is, as a lot of you gather there in that chamber to assess your progress and plans ahead, where we will fade to black.
Good game.